This is according to.
All right, we got a situation.
We know is of course subject
Minneapolis, Minnesota. Come on out.
What is likely the beginning of the school year for these students, and there is a chance there was an all-school mass happening at this time.
What in the heck
just because we are talking about a church and a school, that could be another reason that there's this large law enforcement presence. Could be another reason that they're calling in the state troopers, the BCA, why we maybe saw that FBI investigator. Anything involving, of course, a school or a place of worship, especially where kids could be present, obviously very much elevates a lot of the concern here.
Yeah.
Annunciation.
The school and the church next door to each other, Annunciation, is a K-8. And I just wanted to read, looks like Governor Walz did put a statement on X or Twitter. It says, I have been briefed on a shooting at Annunciation Catholic School and will continue to provide updates as we get more information. The BCA and State Patrol are on scene. I'm praying for our kids and teachers whose first week of school was marred by this horrific act of violence. So that is from Governor Walz on Twitter. And then also Mayor Jacob Fry says, I'm monitoring reports of horrific violence in South Minneapolis. I'm in touch with Chief O'Hara, and our emergency response team has been activated. We will share more information as soon as we can. Please give our officers this space they need to respond to the situation. So a little bit more information there from the governor and the mayor, who are both alluding to what they're calling horrific violence, reports of horrific violence in South Minneapolis. So again, Annunciation Catholic School is the school that Governor Walz has named here. We know that it's next door to a church, and the mass schedule shows that 8:15 a.m. there would have been a mass, and our looks like today, actually the 25th would have been the first day of school.
Sure, so that was Monday that those kids would have started school. I also want to point out, Lauren Drago has updated us that the entrance ramp from Diamond Lake Road
what in the heck is happening here,
35W northbound road.
Looks like multiple people shot.
Except for emergency vehicles. So it is our understanding that there might still be some response, some emergency vehicles coming in. Lauren is sitting by right now. Lauren, have you seen any more vehicles enter from the highway or?
Yeah, so right at Diamond Lake Road, I'm looking at this shot of 35W in Diamond Lake Road, and you can see someone there intermittently opening and closing this entrance to 35W north down as emergency vehicles continue to take the road. So it looks like some folks are able to take that turn. Oh, it looks like we're moving the camera now. But there is a person standing at the intersection of Diamond Lake Road and 35W opening and closing it as emergency vehicles with lights go and pass it, which has been happening every couple of minutes. I've seen a couple of ambulances and also just some state patrol vehicles.
Sure, so possible.
We got a situation in Minneapolis we're monitoring
responding to this. And again, that could be to help with the investigation. I know that we've already seen, at least when we first came on air, we already saw one Hennepin County ambulance leaving that area with the lights on. So clearly a big medical response to this, as well as the law enforcement that we're seeing there on scene.
So if you're just joining our coverage here, about 8:30 this morning, reports started coming into our newsroom, these news alerts that we get that are not confirmed, but we knew that something looked like it was happening in this area of Southwest Minneapolis. Our crew, Saquon, should be there, if not very, very close to being there. It looks like she is getting set up here. And we'll be going to her here as soon as she's ready.
Amy, I do want to point out that the ATF agents, alcohol, tobacco, firearms, and that includes explosives, that they are there right now, and they have reports. This is from the ATF St. Paul's social media page. There were reports of an active shooter situation at Annunciation Church in Minneapolis.
Okay. And
so
I believe
from the ATF this morning.
Yeah. Saquon has arrived at the scene and is getting situated. Say, I know information is coming in at least sporadically here. What can you tell us as you're arriving?
Well, yes, as you mentioned, I mean, this is kind of a situation that everyone's walking into blindly right now, and I'll step out of the way because there's a lot going on. It's a lot to process. I will say I parked a few blocks away just because obviously these roads are blocked off right now. To your point, we've been hearing these reports of this active shooter situation here at Annunciation Church. And on my way here, you guys, I mean, we saw parents running around people are stopping me and asking me what's going on because they're hearing about these reports too, but also have no idea what they're walking into. You can see here, just from this shot alone, there are so many different agencies here. You guys mentioned ATF. State Patrol is here. We're seeing Golden Valley Police here, Minneapolis Police. I mean, there are agencies of all sorts here right now. Obviously, the mayor and the governor came out with something as well, saying that they were very well aware of the situation that's unfolding here. This doesn't even do it justice, you guys. I mean, behind us, it's hard to show here right now just because, you know, we're very confined in this tiny space here that we're told to be at. But there are lines of cars down behind me. I mean, people are just standing by waiting to see what's going on. And there's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of panic in this area right now as people are trying to figure out what's going on. Obviously, these parents are trying to think about their kids if they're going to school right next door. We talked about how first day of school was just 2 days ago. And now, they're scared. Obviously, parents are asking me what's going on. They have no idea. Obviously, these guys here who are investigating and trying to figure out what's going on as well are busy. It looks like Mayor Fry is here right now. I don't know if Rashad's capturing that, but Mayor Fry is here. He has just ran inside the tape line there, so he's obviously here. Mayor presence, and there are more people stopping by and trying to figure out what's going on. Neighbors, even. There's Mayor Fry running right now. Not exactly sure what he is doing. I'm sure he's trying to make sure that, you know, he's able to talk to parents and figure things out there. But guys, there's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of panic here. There's a lot of people on their phones trying to tell people what's going on, even though it's really unclear at this point. These reports have come in, and you know, we're obviously trying to figure out what's going on too. We'll stay here, but this is our shot. You have the FBI here as well. We're seeing that as we're kind of just patrolling this area. I did hear actually someone saying to a group of parents that they should stage somewhere else. They should all go to this one area. I'm not exactly sure which location they were pointing to, but it sounds like the parents right now, there's groups of parents who are sticking together as they try to figure out what's going on, especially if their kids are in school here. I heard from some neighbors who were telling me they heard what sounded like gunfire. That's not confirmed. We just heard that from neighbors who live in the area. We are looking for any sort of information right now. Obviously, there's a lot at play here. If you're just joining us this morning, this is a very confusing scene to look at because you're talking about the State Patrol, you're talking about Golden Valley PD, Minneapolis PD, fire. I mean, every single agency you can think of is here right now. Lines of cars, you guys, lights on. I mean, we saw Mayor Fry arrive here on scene just a few minutes ago, running towards the school and the church.
School church.
As far as I'm aware, this whole area around the school and the church are blocked off. So, you know, that's what I was mentioning earlier is when I parked, I had to park probably 5 blocks down. I ran here along with parents. I ran alongside them, actually, and we were running and talking about what was going on. I think this is a situation that is it's going to definitely bring in more people here. Neighbors are now starting to come out, more neighbors than I've ever seen. And this isn't the only space that these agencies are in, right? I mean, if this report of an active shooter situation is true, right, they're going to be patrolling all sorts of areas around this area. Even up above, we're seeing helicopters. We're hearing them all above us. I didn't even mention that. This is it's going to be a long morning here, guys. And this is, again, the information. We don't have the information right now. It's very limited at this point. We're trying to figure out what's going on as well. So obviously, we'll stay here, try to gather everything we can for you, and we'll keep you updated, guys. Back to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And just for those parents that are there trying to understand what's going on, as we're trying to learn information too. So I know that Say will be out there talking to folks, trying to get some more information.
We do have it confirmed now that there was a shooting at this location.
Okay.
Has confirmed that. So we were waiting for a little bit more. We had reports of an active shooter situation, and we still don't know whether the shooter is in custody or not. But we do have confirmed reports now that this is a shooting. from the governor. So we'll continue to get more information. It's literally coming in by the minute to us here, and we just want to make sure that we bring you the most accurate information that is confirmed.
Sure. I do want to say, I think it is telling that when we saw the mayor arrive, that him and the other man that he was with, they were allowed behind that police tape. So I think that at least tells us that law enforcement is allowing some outside folks to come in. We're seeing people come and go, which kind of just gives you a sense, I think, of what the scene